Aloha! Hi, welcome. This is Elsa Flores. Welcome to my studio. It is a Sunday night around 10 p.m. I just got to the studio. I'm getting ready to paint. The weather has cooled down, which is awesome. And I just stopped at Blue Hen, picked up an organic pho, as they say. And that's great in like cooler weather. It just and the spices from the jalapeno and the chili sauce just, you know, let my pores breathe, and it's a good detox as well. So I'm good to go, and for dessert, I stopped at Coffee Table. Where'd it go? Stopped at Coffee Table and got me a soy chai latte. Oh my God, it is dessert. So if anyone is in Eagle Rock, wanting the best chai in the world ever, go to the Coffee Table. So maybe they should give me some free chais for this little advertisement. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about my process, and we're going to paint a little. Well, first let me tell you about my schedule. I mean, it's been a little wacky lately because I kind of still have two sets of careers to manage, and you know, Carlos's work continues always, and I just met with two curators from Mocha because they want to put his work in some shows. I had other business to do, personal business, renting a room in my house. So it kind of threw my schedule off. I had to take a friend to the airport the other day, and my sleep schedule has been really, really wacky. So I'm trying to get it regular. It would really help me. So tonight I'm sure I'm going to work till dawn since I'm starting so late. But I'm looking forward to this, and I'll be taking lots of naps. Had a wonderful cat nap with my cat Laka today. So let's get going. I wanted to talk a little bit about what I've realized about this video log, the studio log, is that in the last, I'd say in the last 4 or 5 years, I've become somewhat of a kind of a vision keeper for a lot of artists, young and old. And I'm a really good manifester. So if I see someone's talent, very much like Carlos did with so many artists, including myself, he was such a wonderful mentor, and he was a very good role model for me in that. So if I see talent, and if there's anything I could do to help promote it, be included, I jump in. And so a lot of these friends, especially the younger generation, have appointed me their vision keeper, gatekeeper, Mama E. So I'm very, very grateful to play that role, because not only do I get to play with these incredible talents, musicians, theatrical people, shaman, all kinds of like around the globe, just amazing talent and energy and vibration and community. I get to be included. I get to make music. I was a musician back in the early days, back in college, always since high school. So now I'm kind of getting to relive those wonderful hippie days with this younger generation of really enlightened souls and talented people. You can see a lot of that on my Facebook, a lot of the photos and videos that I've posted of many of the tours that I'm engaged with some of these wonderful friends. So this is all coming back to a certain point. And the certain point is this, is that since I'm back in the studio, it's been a long time, I've told you that, but since I've been back in the studio, I've had a very acute memory of what it is to be in the studio, to be closed in it's an inward journey where you're working very much alone. And I love being alone. I love having my solitude and my reflection time. But having been involved in collective artistic ventures for many years, even beyond this new wave of group activities, I was working collectively in many ways with fellow artists, having been very accustomed and feeling so good in a collective environment, and now being alone in the studio. It's really awesome that I've decided to pick up the camera and document this, because I don't feel so alone. I feel like there's a family out there, and I'm talking to someone, even if I'm talking to the camera or I'm talking to myself. I am not alone, which I know I've never been alone, but this is a very new way of bridging the lonely artist, the reclusive artist, with the world. And it's also, you know, part of the new techno generation, and we have YouTube, and we have Facebook, and we have all these wonderful networking tools for us. And I was never taught any of this coming out of Art Center when I went to art school. I mean, now, you know, art students come out of school and they're so set up. They've got their websites. They've got it down. So this is something that came slow to me. But once I grasped it, I'm running with it. So thank you for coming along the journey. This has been really fun. I am not alone ever, but I'm so happy and grateful to be with you and invite you here to see what's going on. So let's show you what I've done in the last few days when I didn't have my camera. So here we go. All right, aloha. Peace. Okay, here is that rage piece. As you can see, this man, this mutant-like figure is livid. He's just so full of rage and anger and angst, and that was me. You know, that was all part of me in the early days. And now I've come out the rabbit hole on the other end, and I'm a whole other person. But I am grateful for the expression of allowing my rage to be released in the form of art. Okay, here's a piece that I had been working on the last few days, and I went into the figure and added so many beautiful nuances and transparencies to really make this fleshy goddess come alive. I'm going to go in and do a lot more. I'm going to add some really thick paint. Here's something's come up for me. This is a canvas. I've been playing with the color, but as you see, there's a figure there, and there's a light source. So I think that's very mysterious that this woman is looking into this light source. I can't wait to really develop that. I've been putting all my extra paint on some of these canvases, and something really great came up lately. You know, I told you I'm cuckoo for coconuts. I got some coconuts happening. Not only that, but the paint is what I love about this. I don't know where it's going. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm just really loving what this paint is doing. And this canvas originally was like one of these, which I showed you, well, which I showed you earlier, where I prepared the canvas. So what I did is I placed a glaze, a unified color field behind this so that these bright colors got toned down, and then I went on top of it. So you'll see bits and pieces of the underpainting, all those beautiful drips that I love so much. The other piece that I showed you, I was making this an example of my brush stroke. I went in and really played with texture and paint and covering up some of the ghostly images and of the old piece. Again, not knowing where this is going, but really loving the paint quality of this. Another piece I was playing with was my inner space portal journey. And what I did here, as you can see here, I went in with a Prussian blue and a little raw umber, gave it a glaze, so it's really deepening that space look. And I'm going to work on this a little, I believe, today. So there you go. This is the latest and the greatest. Stay tuned for more. Aloha.